on, guys? Nick at the Long Haul Fitness as always, and today I got my boy Daniel Sullivan on. What's up, dude?
What's happening, man?
Not a whole lot, bro. Why you got to be rubbing in the palm trees and shit?
you like that background?
Yeah, man, I'm not mad at it.
Love it, love it.
I'd be a lot more mad if it was winter here. If it was like really cold and you were sitting down there with the sun and shit, I'd be pretty pissed off.
There today. Is that true?
Huh?
106? 106 degrees there?
I've been inside for the last few hours, so I don't really know. I took him out right quick, and it wasn't that bad, but
yeah, I hear you.
Dude, I'd rather be hot than cold anyways.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I love it here, man. It's 87 year-round.
Oh, damn.
Year-round. Yeah, it doesn't change. 73 to 87 year-round.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
I think you actually moved out there like right before I moved to Texas. So you moved.
Yeah. I moved down here and I competed in New Jersey in July. So we actually left Dallas July 1st, flew to New Jersey, and we basically had a whole month of traveling before we moved down here to St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, August 5th. So we just passed a year here about 10 days ago. So
okay,
so we're loving it so far. Yeah.
I'm coming up on a year on the 23rd. So yeah,
that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, we just missed each other.
But the funny part about it is like you had built such a solid reputation here that like people were already talking about you, and people like as soon as I met them, they're like, "Oh yeah, I work with Daniel. He just moved out of the area and whatnot." And people were still talking about you and still talking about you.
That's awesome, man.
So it's been
that was like my second home, man. It really was. It was my literally. That's what even Johanna and everybody there. Like I lived there. Like it was crazy. And I had the most amazing clients there, most amazing friends. I mean, destination's where it's at, man. It really is. I miss the hell out of that place. I do every day, I swear. But it's good to go back, now on vacation to Dallas and see everybody, because it's you don't take anything for granted. You know what I mean? Like it's so good to see everybody, and everybody's just smiling. It's never bad vibes when we go back, and I love that.
Yeah, you like if you're there for a long time, you start to take advantage of it, and then when you're gone for a long time, you start to miss those relationships and stuff that you built.
That's right. That's right. I mean, my best friends live in Dallas. So,
yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's different. It's different.
Everything you just said about destination is exactly what I can say, and I've only been there 2 months. Like,
oh man, just wait, man. It gets better. Oh, dude, it gets better. It's crazy. The people you meet, I mean, just amazing people, and people that fly into that gym are just, very, very appreciative, because I mean that gym, there's no gym like that around anywhere in the States. There really isn't. So I mean, I've seen people fly from Sweden, Denmark, UK. I mean, all across the world, really flying into destinations. So that's a really cool thing to be there. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, I have to really give it to the guys at Destination and like their social media channel and whatnot for being able to like. I've really taken off since getting there. Just getting clients almost weekly, just because of like their social media. Talking to members in the gym, just the traffic that they have coming through.
See y'all.
It's really cool to have that many people coming through. Like in a normal gym setting, you don't have that many people that come through the door that are like wanting to work hard and wanting to change and wanting to make that progress. So,
and that's the thing too about that gym is, when I started there, and everybody, I guarantee, has this feeling is like, oh my God, it's intimidating. It really is, because you go in, I mean, that's the makeup of bodybuilding in there, really is. And what I really came to realize is it doesn't freaking matter what you do. You can be a freaking swimmer, you can be a bodybuilder, you can be a wrestler, a fighter, whatever it is. Everybody encourages everybody in that gym. And that's really one thing that I miss. I really do. It's that companionship of everybody, just loving the gym, encouraging everybody. And that is, I will say this, that gym, Destination Dallas, if you want to be number one, you can be pushed to be number one. And that is a fact. And I mean, look at Hunter Labrada. Look at that dude. You know what I mean? Like killing it. Oh my God. Like it made me so happy to see that. Cause I mean, I've seen him, go through the ropes and go through the trenches and, lose shows, win shows, not turn pro. And, to see that guy turn pro at a Destination is, it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. It really is. And all the guys that turn pro in there, it's a really awesome thing to see, man.
Yeah, I got to experience my first like big photo video shoot yesterday with the muscle and fitness guys coming through, and we had Hunter Labrada, Keon,
I saw Keon in there.
Fucking Lee Labrada showed up later that day, Branch Warren, Johnny Jackson, like all these guys that I've admired for so long, and now I'm just hanging out with them in the back.
Right.
Just because like I'm a trainer there now, like they're gonna see me regularly.
It goes back to remember Labrada ready to go drinks?
Oh yeah.
Like the protein shakes. So we had put those in the gym, and Lee and Hunter came there. Hunter was probably 19, maybe 18 or 19. And it was really cool. Lee just came and got me off the floor. He's like, hey man, will you take a picture with us? And I was like, absolutely. Like this dude's asking me to take a picture with him. That's the coolest thing ever. And that's what you get at that place. That's what you get is humbleness, you know, just people who just want to work hard and make people happy, you know, and that's what those dudes do. You can go up to Hunter Labrada on the floor in the middle of his workout, and he would literally probably have a conversation with you. And I know no one would ever do that, but that's just the type of guy he is. And that is the type of people that are in that place. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So, and it's funny because I actually had that too much whenever I worked there. I'd have people come up to me on the floor and want to have a conversation. I'm like, listen, I'm trying to work with somebody, but that's just how everybody is there, man. They're friendly. You know, there's when I was there, it was you know, leave your ego at the door type stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, Divine works out at Destination. He's a physique pro, classic physique pro, and I've worked out with him while I was in Dallas. And man, it's just cool to see humble people. It really is. You know what I mean? It's really cool to see that in the sport, and I think the sport needs more of it. Because I know people who have gone up to pros and, you know, guys that they admire, and they're fucking assholes. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That's not what we need. We need more people. We need more Hunters. We need more Divines. You know, we need more of that in this industry. Because I think a lot of people do let their ego get in the way in this industry. And if everybody would just have a different mindset, I think it would be entirely different and just a better industry, in my opinion. I really do think that. And I think it's coming around. I really do. So
I do as well. And I think that goes beyond bodybuilding. I think that's just anything.
Absolutely.
Where, like, if we all just stopped with these fucking bullshit egos and stuff and started being nicer to each other, everything would be better. So
that's not just, and just like, I know, did you see the video of me and Demetrius and the video that Nick shot? And that's my whole point, man. Like, just be a fucking good person. You know what I mean? That's all you have to do. Be a good person. It doesn't take much effort to help somebody out at least once a day. You know what I mean? And I really try to preach that. I really do. It's just, you know, there's always, and I said this when I fought, there's always someone bigger, badder, stronger, and better than you that you can learn from. And I learned that, and it really humbled me. And that's just the kind of, you know, person I want to be. And that's the kind of things that I want to teach is just, you know, be a good person, man. That you can be a good person no matter what industry you're in.
Right. And even if you are that person at the top who you're Mr. Olympia, you're the biggest man on the planet, you're the best bodybuilder, there's still someone you can learn from in a different aspect. Or like, it doesn't matter how much I've learned about training, the more I talk to other trainers, the more I can even take away from each little thing that they say. Like there's really some little nugget in there that I can grab and take away. So
absolutely. And
I know it all, and that like there's
soak that knowledge up, man. That's what it's all about. Soak the knowledge up. And I'll be honest with you, and I know I'm name dropping here, but Andre Ferguson, he actually is staying down here in St. Thomas now. We've worked out a few times, and I'll tell you what, man, this industry needs more of that guy. I promise. And that guy's probably going to win Olympia this year. I'm calling it. And he's just a solid, good person, man. He's a great person. And I know people have seen things online of him, you know, arguing with other physique guys and, you know, making beef between them. But, you know, that's what it's all about, man. Have some competitiveness in you and be a good person. Like that's the two things right there, man. If you can do those two things, you will go to the top. I guarantee it.
For sure. And it definitely, like, being a good person helps balance out that competition side of things, because if you do keep in mind that you're trying to be good and you are trying to help people at the end of the day, like it keeps you from letting that run away from you and becoming that
1,000%
asshole. Like, I think you can be competitive without being cutthroat. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, there is some people that are super successful that are assholes and who have stepped on toes to get to where they are. And, you know, more power to them. but
they get theirs at the end of
that's
the
just
day.
not me, man. You know, that's not how I want to live. That's not how I want to treat people, you know? And I think at the end of the day, like I told somebody this the other day. I said, you know, if you died tomorrow, how would you want to be remembered? You know, like really think about that. How would you want people to remember you? Do you want to be an alcoholic? Do you want to just, you want somebody to think you were an asshole? Or, you know what? Hey, that dude was a great person. That girl was a freaking fantastic person.
Right.
She was nice to everybody. She, you know, she went above and beyond for her clients, or for her friends, you know, all of the above. And I think we need more of that in this world. And I think that's just a 1,000% solid fact.
You know, it's funny that you bring that up, because I kind of had a conversation with myself the other day about like how I wanted to be remembered. And a friend up here asked me if I could come help her move. Like they had a few people helping her pack up some stuff to go to this new apartment. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. It was a Saturday. Spent a few hours helping her move. They thanked me so much after, and I was like, look, it's not, you don't have to thank me. I know what it's like for people not to show up to want to help me move.
Absolutely.
I had one person show up to help me move from North Carolina to Texas. One person. And the way I started thinking about it is like, I want to be known as the person who will show up for you regardless of what the task is. Like
1,000%.
No one wants to help anybody move. I didn't want to go fucking do that. I wanted to make that excuse. But I also know what it's like to be on the receiving end of that, where no one wants to listen and no one wants to help you. And I had to beg somebody to come help me. Like, that's not a good feeling. So I want to be.
It's not, man. It's not, and that
is willing to help you regardless of what we're doing.
You know, I've dealt with that too, and you know, my mindset is, you know, if I can't get it done myself, no one is going to be able to do it for me. You know what I mean? But that's what makes it so much better, is when a friend or someone, you know, whoever it is, colleague, whatever, comes over and helps you. It makes you appreciate that so much more. And I've always, my wife knows this. If I'm not going to do it, it's not going to get done. You know what I mean? That's my mindset. Yeah. But for her to be helping me in our business, literally 50-50 split. Like, we are a badass team. I'm telling you, like, I couldn't ask for a better partner, business partner, lover, wife, whatever, you know. I mean, it's just, you have to have that. And, you know, and that's people see us, you know, working together. And I want that to be motivation for people. You know, I really do. Because I want them to know that this is real. What me and her have is real, and it works together. So if you're in a relationship, give everything you can to that person, because that love you receive back and that help that you receive back is undescribable. Like, and there's no way I'd be where I'm at today if it wasn't for my partner. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way in hell. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for Destination, if it wasn't, you know, for Better Bodies. I mean, these people, like, I feel like I've been taken care of, man. And I think it's, you know, work ethic and taken care of all combined in one. And I think if you show that work ethic to some people, and that you want this, that they're going to give everything to you, to all the tools you need to basically just take off and, you know, basically get better at everything, and financially, business, friendship, you know, relationship, the whole 9 yards. And I think it all connects. I really think it's a science. All of it connects, and that's what makes you just explode.
For sure. I mean, what I always say is that, like, with positive energy and steps forward in general, regardless of the direction, you'll end up where you're supposed to be. But it all starts with the positivity.
And that is a fact. And I can tell you that from experience.
Yeah.
Just the places that we've lived. I mean, we've been all over, man. And we've made a deal, basically, my wife and I, that if you're around us and it's a bad vibe, we're not going to hang out with you. You know what I mean? Like, there's no bad vibes with us, you know, like, we want good energy, clean energy, you know, people just having fun and just getting along. And that's what it's about. And again, the world needs more of that because of what's going on right now. Everybody's at everybody's throat. You know what I mean? It's crazy what's going on right now. And like I said, I just think we need more of that in this world. It's sad what's going on right now. It really is.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about your background. So I know how long. I know I've heard stories. So I don't actually really know much about your background, but I've heard like stories here and there. So I know you were a professional fighter before.
Yeah.
When was that?
So it was 2007. I was at Auburn University, and I wasn't a partier, man. I did love to have fun, but I needed something that was going to keep me out of trouble. Because when my dad dropped me off at college, he said, you have one chance. And so I wrestled in high school, and I went to this gym. I was, banging out weight, lifting heavy. And I heard noise in the back of the gym. So I went back there and I was like, what are y'all doing there? Like, this is jujitsu. And I was like, man, I want to do this. Like, I used to wrestle. And so I got into it. I trained for about 9 months, and they're like, do you want to fight? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't know what that meant. And they had a fight in Auburn, and I won my first fight up there and was addicted. Came back to Mobile, Alabama after college. And I fought out of Biloxi, Mississippi for a guy named Alan Belcher. He was top 10 in the world.
Was it jiu-jitsu or MMA?
MMA. It was both. I did Muay Thai. I did jiu-jitsu and wrestling. So I combined all of that with all the skill that I had into basically mixed martial arts, and I started cage fighting. And my last fight was at the IP Casino in Biloxi, Mississippi. I fought on TV. I had Herb Dean as my ref in Memphis. I had a lot of fun with it, man. And when I moved from Mobile to Dallas, I felt like I was leaving my family, my fight family, and it just didn't really intrigue me anymore. And I wasn't too pumped about it. I actually had went over to Arlington to Team Takedown, which is Johnny. God, I forgot his name. I forgot Johnny's name. He's a MMA fighter. He's a UFC fighter. Right. And it just wasn't for me, man. And Ray Baker is the first person that saw me in the gym, and he was like, "Damn, dude, you compete?" And I was like, "No, man, I don't even know what that is. Like, what are you talking about?" And he kind of prepped me on everything and what competing was. And I ended up hiring.
What year was this? So you started.
That was 2000. That was 2012.
Okay.
2012. So 2007 to 2012. I basically fought. Yeah. 2006 to 2012. I fought, and then so I came over to Destination Dallas. That was literally the first gym we came to, and I had Ray talk to me, and then I hired Jason Poston as a coach. And I won the Europa. My first year competing, I won the Dallas Europa in physique, and I fell in love with competing, man. I fell in love with just how the body changes, and I was obsessed with it. And there was a guy, Greg. It was Greg McCoy and TJ Clark at the time who were at that gym, and TJ hired me, and that was like 2014, right after the gym hadn't even been open 7 months. And he was like, and I took my advice from him. Me and you talked about this in Destination a few weeks ago. He told me, he said, Daniel, he said, if you want to be a successful trainer, you need to be here from sun up to sundown. Yep. And I tell you what, I did that for a year, and everyone knew my face on that floor. And I had 41 clients before you could even blink, so that really started my career right there. And, I trained from 2014 to 2020 at Destination, and 2019. Yeah. And we made the move down here. And the reason why I wanted to make the move down here was I felt like I wasn't complacent, but I was basically on a spinning wheel is what I felt like. I was doing the same thing over and over. I wasn't progressing. I wasn't getting any worse. Right. And my online business, I can't tell you how the fulfillment of helping people, the fulfillment of someone writing me and telling me that they lost a half a pound even, you know what I mean? Like that changes their life. Like that makes someone happy. That fulfillment right there made me start these groups that I have now. And I can't even tell you the fulfillment me and my wife have of these groups. Like it puts me in tears literally every day of the messages that we get. And the whole point being is I came down to this island to focus, to basically rest my mind. That way I could actually stop and think about what I was doing. I still train people down here. I have, a few clients down here that I train, but our main business now is online, and I couldn't be, more blessed, honestly. Yeah, it's been a great journey so far.
That's an awesome progression of like kind of how things just came along. And
man, it's crazy.
I've been asked that question a lot recently on like what the goal is and that kind of thing. And, I haven't really thought past what I'm doing right now. Like I know I have a broad idea of where I want to be, what I want to make, all that kind of stuff. And I know I'm going to do it in the fitness industry, but right now, if I don't focus on being the best trainer I can possibly be, that's true. I'm throwing away an opportunity.
Absolutely. And that's what I did, man. I was there from 5:30 in the morning, literally 5 a.m. until 8 p.m. at night.
Yep.
And it was hard work, man. It was grinding. I was tired as hell, black under my eyes, you know.
Yep.
I mean, it really drove me to where I am now, though. And that's what it's all about. It's not where you are right now. It's where you're going to be from here. What can you branch off from this? And that's what Dallas did for me. A lot of networking, a lot of, you know, connections and just good people that I trained who helped me. I actually trained one of the guys that I met and trained him for 2 years. He lived down here for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
And he kind of showed me the ropes and like how to get here, where to stay, like the whole 9 yards. So you never know what's going to happen in your life and in your career at know, any given day. You know what I mean? I would have never thought I'd be here. I never would have thought I'd be here. I thought I was gonna be in Dallas, have my groups, have my, you know, my training, and retire there. That's what I wanted to do, and continue, you know, opening businesses. And like I said, man, it's pretty amazing the people that you meet along the way that actually help you progress your career in your life. Really, I mean, like, honestly, man, this is the best move I've ever made. This is the best move I've ever made, spiritually. I mean, financially, the whole 9 yards. It's the best thing that's ever happened. And that's what I want to tell people is, like, if you want to do something, do not fucking hesitate. Like, that's where people mess up.
Yep.
People mess up by hesitating and they don't make that leap. And I know we've heard this billions of times, you know, oh, you got to make that leap of faith. And when I say you make that leap of faith, you have to freaking do it. Like, that's all there is to it. If you don't do it, you're going to be stuck in the same place, doing the same thing. And I've always been that way, man. I've always been that way. I moved from Mobile, Alabama. Me and Shanda were dating, I think, 7 months. And I was like, you want to move to Dallas? And she was like, okay. Like, so we moved to Dallas, man. And I did insurance adjusting there. And, you know, one thing led to another. And that's what I say, man. Like, everything has its path. Everything has its path. And if I hadn't come out to Dallas, I was doing insurance at the time. I went out to California while I was living in Dallas to do fire claims. I met all of my NFL athletes. And from 2014, I started training teams. I had NFL athletes, and word of mouth just started spreading. And so I have, you know, 10, 11 athletes now that are in the NFL that I write nutrition for. But if I hadn't done insurance, moved to Dallas, hadn't gone out to California, none of this would have happened. And I'll tell you the most important thing, man, is when I went out to California, I was out there for 3 months, and I called my wife and I told her how miserable I was. She wasn't even my fiance at the time. And I just told her how miserable I was, made great money. So she told me, she said, you know what? When you come home, I'm paying every bill. I want you to do what your passion is. I want you to do what you love. And that was training people and helping people. I went to Destination, got hired, and started my career. So,
that's awesome.
You know, it's a pretty amazing thing. It really is. And
yeah,
if you want something, go freaking get it, man. That's all there is to it.
You and I have very similar, like, kind of paths. You know, I moved to Dallas in August of last year. So I'm coming up on a year now from North Carolina, where I was working a job that I hated with a girl that I wasn't in love with in an area that I hate. Like, I just didn't want to be there anymore. I felt stagnant, like you were talking about. Got in a bad car accident one day. Me and that girlfriend broke up the very next day. And then later that month, I came out to Dallas to visit my best friend from college. And we went to, you know, Happiest Hour downtown, right?
Yeah.
So we were at Happiest Hour, and we had been drinking already, and we were out on the balcony and whatnot. And I just see that all those buildings around, and just kind of have a moment to myself. And that's when I realized, I was like, this is where I need to be. I had this weird tingle. I was like, this is it. So, like, I didn't say anything to him then. I didn't say anything to him like then, but later on, like a few months later, I was like, hey, Mike, I'm just letting you know, like, I'm not telling anyone, but I'm moving to Dallas. And he's like, all right, cool. That's whatever, man. Like, he brushed it off because he didn't believe me. You know, people say it all the time.
Same here, bro. Like, it happened here. I get it.
Right.
That's a great story, man. I mean, and you took that leap. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You did what your gut and your heart was telling you to do. You know what I mean? Even though there's things pulling you from your back, you know, going, don't do it.
Yep.
You have to do it. And the same thing here, man. My best friend down here, I grew up with him in grade school. I told him I was moving here. He's like, all right. And he never believed me. I called him a month before I moved here, and I go, hey, find me a place. I'm moving there. And he goes, no way. And I was like, yep. Came down here, without a place to live, bro. I had 2 bags. We sold everything. I sold my car, sold her car. I had 72 pairs of shoes. I sold every pair of shoes, like all the Air Maxes, all the badass shoes, Jordans. I just realized like there's so much more important things than material things. And it's so like, it's funny, man. I mean, I had a brand new Escalade, you know, in Dallas, almost $100,000 car. I drive a $5,000 Wrangler jacked up right now. You know what I mean? So it's like, I love where I'm at just in my mindset right now. And what you're doing right now, you made that leap. Whatever's next for you, you're not going to be afraid to do it. And that's the people that are successful these days. Look at Michael Johansson. Michael Johansson is a prime freaking example, man. He packed up 2 suitcases, moved to America with nothing. And look what he has. The second highest selling apparel on bodybuilding.com. Give me a break, bro. Like, are you kidding me? What a great story. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
It's just, I admire people like that. I really do. I admire people like that. And it's crazy because my group of friends who I'm friends with, like my circle, we all have done the same thing. We feed off of each other. I have, you know, my best friend from high school, he lives in Vegas right now. He trains the Raiders. I mean, it's, you know, we've all done and hooked up each other with the same things. Like, I mean, even for example, my guy who trains the Raiders, he called me. I train Xavier Suafilo. He was a guard for the Cowboys for the last 3 years, and he just got traded to the Bengals because they just he signed with the Bengals because they have Joe Burrow now, so he's going to be blocking for Joe. And Trip called me and said, "Hey man, what do you have your clients taking?" I said, "Synthesis BSN." And he said, "What flavor?" And I said, "Orange." And he said, "That's going to fail a drug test." So we all, you know what I mean? So we all help each other. And I called BSN, the owners who own BSN. I called them. They had no idea that the dye in their actual flavoring makes players fail a drug test. How crazy is that? So point being is we all help each other. You know, I have this circle now. We all talk. We all lift each other up. And you got to have that in your life. If you don't have that, get the fuck away from whoever it is. I'm dead serious. Because I mean, and here's my thing. I love Dallas. A lot of great things happened in Dallas for me. There's a lot of toxic people in Dallas, and you have to be careful. You'll get caught up in
here, man.
Me and Demetrius Ford talk all the time. He literally thinks the devil is there. You know, so I mean, but that was, you know, and these people were my friends, man, you know, and I had to make that mature move to get away from that for a little bit. And making that move helped everything around me. And that's that's my advice to people. If you're in a toxic relationship, if you're around toxic people, get the fuck away. Like, I'm telling you, it will better your life. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot, but it will better your life. From here to the day you die. I promise you. It'll be the best decision in your life. And that's just what you got to look out for. You know, you just got to, you got to be around positivity all the time. And when I was at Destination, Chris in the warehouse, I hung around him, you know, Demetrius, you know, those guys lift me up. And those are 2 great guys in Destination. I want to throw them out there. That is 2 great human beings who will literally give you the shirt off their back if there were no clothes left on earth. You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of dudes they are. And I just really appreciate it. Kyle Cavanaugh, you know, that dude.
That's my dude.
Me and him, I'm telling you, it's Nick, it's people get greedy. People get greedy. And I'll tell you what me and Kyle Cavanaugh did. And I told you this. We worked together. He wrote the workout plans. I wrote the nutrition plans for his clients. I mean, for a few of them. And you know, that right there,
he came up to me yesterday and he was like, "Hey, I think I have a client for you." Like,
exactly. He did it to me all the time, man. And I tell you what, that right there is Kyle's going to be successful. You know why? Because he has no ego and he's not scared of one person in that gym going to someone else. There's trainers that I have dealt with who would get pissed at me because their client wanted to come to me. You can't be, that's business, man. You have to be able to take that kind of criticism and go, you know what? She didn't work for me. He didn't work for me. I'm going to send her over here. I'm going to send him over here. You have to have that, because if one freaking client is going to make the difference in your money that you're intaking per month, then you're in the wrong fucking business. You know what I mean? Like, you're in the wrong business, man. You need to figure your shit out. But that's, you know, that's one thing that gotten better at is, especially Destination taught me that.
Yeah.
That one person is not going to make me money. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody is going to be catered to you. Not everybody is going to be your client and love your structure. They might like Ray Baker's structure. They like Kyle Cavanaugh's structure. They may like yours, Nick.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's whatever is best for that person. Do what's best for that person. They're trying to better themselves, you know? Let them go on that. I've had people leave me before and come right back. You know what I mean? They're like, okay, that wasn't for me. I love your stuff, you know? So, and I'm cool with that. And you have to have that mindset in order to be successful as well. I truly believe that. And Kyle Cavanaugh is a freaking protege of that. Like he is
those people,
like amazing.
Those people that have that what's the word I'm looking for? That crap. I'm blanking hard on it. They've got just this mentality that they can't tell people that other trainers are good. You know,
exactly.
That they can't say like, hey, this guy's really good over here and here's why, because they're afraid that person's going to leave. It's like, no,
exactly.
More than likely, if I recommend someone to you and they get great results, they're now going to respect me more as a person.
Not one bit. And that is very true, because I'll tell you this. I've had clients who have gone to Kyle, and you know what I told them? I said, that dude is a freaking badass at workouts. Go train with him. And he did it to me too. And when you work with people like that, man, it makes that environment so much more at ease. You know what I mean? It's not like cutthroat and up each other, you know, very tense all day. And it's just, it was really nice because I'll tell you what, me and Kyle Cavanaugh were probably the only two at 4:35 or 5 o'clock in the morning that were there grinding our asses off. You know, you're right there too. Yep. And, you know, me and him at the time, that was it. And me and him shot the shit every single morning. You know, we had a great relationship. I actually talked to him last week, and I was like, you better freaking come down here and see me. Yeah. And actually, I think me and Kyle are going to end up starting something, you know, with ourselves, which is going to be awesome. Because I'm willing to do that with good people. You know what I mean? Sure. Like people that have the right mindset and that aren't greedy. Like that's the people I want to be around. And you know what? I hate to say it, but Kyle Cavanaugh is that guy. You know what I mean? I hate to throw him out there like and blast him, but he is a freaking amazing human being, man. He really is. And you get that at Destination. You do. Yep. There are some trainers in there that will be friends with you for life. And that's what was really cool about that place.
Yeah. I love it already. And I can only attest to everything that you just said, but
absolutely.
So let's transition now into Paradise.
Yeah.
Paradise Supplements, man. I'm so
I like that shirt, by the way. Anybody?
I know,
right? Like that.
The Stronger
like
Together.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the first one on my drawer. I was like, this is going to be appropriate.
Yeah, that's right.
So first off, I just have to say, like, Anybody Supplements has been amazing to me since day one, really, since I've come here. You know, like Andres, not knowing who I am, I'm not a local. I'm not from here. He doesn't know me from Tom, Dick, and Harry, but he has helped me so much since coming here and has been nothing but helpful. So it's been such a pleasure to work with those guys. And I know you are the same way. Like,
absolutely.
You can't help but want to be around Andres with his energy.
Absolutely.
You know, like
Nino is the same way, man.
Oh, 100%.
Nino and Andreas, that's two top-notch guys. And I'll tell you what, man, I partnered up with them, and you know, where we live, it just makes sense to have Paradise Supplements. You know what I mean? Like it makes sense.
You live in paradise.
Literally. And I'll tell you what, man, I would never team up with anybody unless they're like Nino and Andreas. And I have my group too, and I have 3 amazing business partners on that side too.
Yep.
All of us are the same, man. And I'll tell you what, Nino and Andreas do not accept like non-perfection. They want to be perfect and the best at everything they do. And that is what attracted me. You know what I mean? Is
for sure.
They don't want to be some hometown, you know, and I wrote this in my post the other day. They don't want to be some hometown, you know, supplement company. They want to be global. And I guarantee, bro, Paradise is on the way. Anybody is on the way. I mean, anybody's already sending stuff. You know what I mean? But it's cool to have partners like that who have the same drive as you that want to be literally the best. You know, I don't want to be some hometown hero of Paradise Supplements. I want to be in Australia. I want to be in Dubai, you know, and we're actually working on that right now. Australia is next. We're talking to some people over there. So, you know, is blowing up. We sold out in 24 hours, man. Like, what is going on?
I got my pump on the beach in.
Good.
So.
Hell yeah. I love it. I love it. But yeah, man, it's, you know, it's just, you got to have the right people in your corner.
Sure.
And if you don't, you're not going to be successful. That's all there is to it.
And I in college, part of my background, I was in the supplement industry for a long time. I worked for a company called Complete Nutrition. I started off as an employee, and then I was a store manager for a while. So like, I know what that industry's like. I know what the sales tactics are like. I know what's pushed. I know like the in and outs of like margins and all that stuff. So when I go into a supplement store, I can very quickly tell if I'm going to like it or not. So
absolutely,
Anybody was the first place I went, and like immediately from the get-go, super nice and whatnot. And then one of my managers at the LA Fitness I started working at was like, "No, man, you got to go check this place out." So I was like, all right. So I went out there because I needed some more stuff.
Yeah.
The guy behind the counter didn't say hello to me. He didn't acknowledge I was there. That's
what I love about Andreas. He literally comes behind the counter and shakes your damn hand.
Yeah.
Like literally. Anybody in the store, it doesn't matter. He fist pounds you, shakes your hand, gives you a hug, like, and that's what I love about them, man. Like they're, you know, they're both like that, man. And you're not going to get that at GNC, you know what I mean? Or another nutrition store. You're not going to get that. GNC is trying to sell their own stuff, and I hate to badmouth them, but they don't have great products. They don't. And
feel free.
That's what I love about Andreas. He only orders what people want and what they think is the best. You know what I mean? And why would you not want to be around somebody like that?
That's why I feel comfortable. That's why I feel comfortable sending my clients there, because I know regardless of what product they get, I can say, go in there, get a protein, a pre-workout, and a BCA. They're going to get great products regardless, because Andres is not going to tell them, hey, this is amazing, when it's not. Like, that's his reputation, is just being a solid, good person.
You're exactly right.
Not pushing things on people that they don't need, and just to make an extra dollar, you know, like that's not him at all.
Not at all. Not at all. And that's what I'm saying, man. You keep hanging around Andreas, and I'll tell you what, man, Andreas, if you get in with him, that dude will send you clients. I promise to God, like he will send you clients. I can't even tell you how many text messages I have of me to him going, hey man, thank you for these clients, man. Like you didn't have to do that. He doesn't even text me and say, hey, I'm sending you somebody. He just does it. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't need the what's the word I'm looking for? The glory of it. You know what I mean? He's just a good person and wants to help. That's it. Right. And when you have that kind of reputation, you know, helping people, like I'm the same way.
Right.
You're going to get those types of, you know, perks. People are going to go, you know what? That dude does really good for people. It's not some hardcore ass bodybuilding diet, chicken and rice every meal. No, he's going to give you the foods that you want to eat and the right foods to get you where you need to be and be healthy. And obviously if you're healthy, you're going to get to where you want to be physically. You know what I mean? So that's like I said, man, just great people.
When Andres, because I'm one of those people where like, I don't want to ask to be an ambassador. I don't want to ask to be a part of something. Like I want to be invited. I want to earn it. So like he reached out to me and was like, hey, do you want to be an ambassador for anybody? As soon as he told me that, I said, yes, send me the contract. Like I signed immediately. Cool. And then once Paradise launched and everything, just the other week, I was up there. I was like, look, man, anything you guys need, please let me know. I want to help. Like I don't need money. I don't need you to give me anything. I want to help you guys because you've helped me, a newcomer who like, you didn't know who I was, but
absolutely,
just by being a friend to me, you know,
I'll tell you what,
Andreas
is the type of person, he can see straight through you. That is the type, him and Nino both, they see straight through you to who you are and what kind of drive you have. And that, I guarantee you, that's what did it. They see what you post, the things that you do in destination, your face is always there. They love that. You know what I mean? And that's what's going to make them successful. And that's what's going to make you successful.
Exactly.
So you have to have that team like that. And that's a great thing to hear. I love hearing things like that about my partners, and I can call them my family. You know what I mean? Great. Like that's a really cool thing, man. So I appreciate you sharing that with me.
You've got what, 3-4 weeks till the products launch?
No, looking about 3. So
cool.
They'll be in the mail in 3 weeks.
Nice. So you guys started off with 4 products. You've got the Pump on the Beach,
Summer Body, which is our fat burner. It's a powdered fat burner.
Which one?
Pre-workout, which is Tsunami, and then we have BCAA cocktails. So
Yeah.
we've got 4 amazing products, and that's the thing too, is the ingredients and formulas that we put in these products are nothing like anybody else. Like we literally put things in there. Yeah, we're gonna have the beta alanine in there for the for the pre, and the arginine for the pump. But I mean things like lion's mane, certain types of mushrooms that literally help with health. You know what I mean? It's we wanted to give a product that doesn't make you feel a certain way, but it is going to make you feel a certain way, but it's going to perform and make you get to where you want to be and look the way you want to be, feel the way you want to feel. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just caffeine and beta alanine making you feel a certain way and making that blood flow. We have good things in these products, man, that are going to be, I'm telling you, man, we're going to be a top 100 brand. I'm calling it, man. I'm calling it. So
hey,
there's tens of thousands of products in this world. You know what I mean? So
the label is catchy. When that thing sits on a shelf, it is going to grab people's eyes.
Absolutely.
And then when they see the label, they see the products, they see the fact that y'all are using the patented ingredients. It's going to sell itself. So it definitely will take just a little bit of time before that shit takes off.
100%. Yeah.
That's why when I saw the products and saw what the listing was on there, like, I knew it was going to be good, but it was like, okay, that's really fucking good. So that's why I have no problem saying, let me help you, because I love the supplement. I love supplements. I love taking them. I don't take as many as I used to when I was younger, but I love taking a good quality pump pre-workout, a good BCA.
Absolutely.
Like,
and man, hey, I'm gonna tell you what, when you mix that pre and that pump together, it's gonna be fucking unbelievable. Like, I'm telling you, I took it down here. They sent me samples, and then I had one at Life. I worked out at Lifetime in Dallas whenever I came back, and I'm telling you, man, like, it was freaky. The weight, like, I'm talking skin tightening type shit. You know what I mean? Like, it was. And here's the cool thing about our products and with our pre-workout. Yeah, it has 350 milligrams of caffeine, but we have 250 and 100 of slow acting and fast acting. Exactly. So with that fast acting and that slow acting, it's not going to hurt your stomach, make you nauseous or anything like that. You're going to be so freaking focused. And then that beta alanine, 3.2 grams, is going to kick in. You're going to be, I'm telling you, man, it's going to be insane. With the arginine that we have in the pump, I literally cannot wait. Like, I cannot wait anymore. It's freaking bothering me.
Oh yeah, I understand.
But yeah, I appreciate that, man. It's awesome to have people that support us like that.
For sure, man. So I mean, we covered a lot there, and I get a cheat meal today, so I'm 5 guys.
Hell yeah.
5 guys
Mine's tomorrow.
My name right now.
Hell yeah.
So you have anything that you want to leave off with before we finish out?
Man, I just, just like we talked about, it's, if you're watching this and you're in this industry, or you're, whatever industry you're in, it's just, be that good person, help people strive to what they want to be, because I guarantee you, while you're helping them strive to where they want to be, you're going to get there too. And there's nothing more. I'm actually going to quote my buddy from last night. He's sitting right behind me. I'm actually going to quote him. There's nothing more alpha than actually taking charge and helping someone else, or taking, responsibility. You know what I mean? Responsibility. If you fucked up, if you did something good, have that responsibility no matter what.
Yep.
If you're making a bad decision or making a good decision, like, be a leader and, take ownership. That's the bottom line. So just be a good person, man. And I know there's a lot out there. We just gotta transform them.
Right. So anybody watching this who doesn't already follow Daniel, he's on Instagram, the_diesel_physique.
That's it.
He's got his 6-week challenges on there for, like, body transformation, that kind of thing. Always putting out a positive message. So definitely go give him a follow. Daniel, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you so much, Nick. Hey, let's do it again, man.
Yeah, I look forward to your next visit out this way. We'll try and get a lift in or something when you're here.
I'll be there October, brother.
Hell yeah. Well,
I'll see you then.
October's going to be tough because that's when my son will be here.
I'll be there I'm there October 14th through November 2nd.
Sweet. Okay, cool. Yeah. So my son, the latest he'll be here is September 28th. So those few months are going to be hectic.
Let's definitely get together then. We'll get a workout in.
For sure, man. For sure.
All right, brother.
I appreciate you, man.
Have a good one, my man.
Peace.